this year. I actually wrote 2 financial literacy grants, and the first one was to help students to not only learn about personal finance, but also to learn how to business skills. So learn how to build business, learn how to decide what business to go into and things like that. So that was initially the grant, and we were last year even planning to have a Shark Tank at the end of the year for these business ideas. Kind of ran out of time. The grant didn't, take off the way we wanted it to, but we did have an anchor text, and I'm pleased to say that I had a student, based on the book that we read, Richest Man in Babylon, had a student who ended up, saying that was the most interesting book that he had read, and he scored a level 4 on his state test. So, I said, when you bring in literature that is meaningful to students, something that they feel like they can take to the next level, it sometimes helps them, well, in most cases, helps them to be successful on those state mandated tests. So this program, I am so pleased that Mr. White came on campus and that we have this entrepreneur program for the reason that it not only inspired the students, but it inspired me to work on my own business endeavors, and which I have been running from my home recently. And it also inspired some of my friends and my family members to start businesses, and that they're still running. And I just am so proud of these students. I am so excited about being a part of this process, because even this year, we wanted to take it a step further and talk about not just building business, but what other career aspirations that the students would want to go into. So we read the book, or we started reading when I was here, From Paycheck to Purpose. Okay, and we know that sometimes people are just living paycheck to paycheck, but they never realize that they were created for purpose. And knowing that and wanting to, knowing the path to go from paycheck to purpose leads to greater business endeavors, and also leads to us having these very young, very intelligent entrepreneurs who are going to be the business leaders of tomorrow. So I just want to say that I'm so proud of you guys, and I am absolutely excited about being here and experiencing this with you. And thank you all, judges, for coming.
Thank you.
My name is Steve White, and I've been working all year with Mrs. Smith Evans and the students that you're going to hear from this morning with our Shark Tank competition. So they have put together business concepts, and what we asked them to do is to put together a business concept that really can be brought to the marketplace. So what you're going to hear from, or when you hear from them, you're actually going to hear a business that we really think can be developed into a real business, something that they can bring to the marketplace. They are brilliant young people, and it's been my honor to work with them. So what I'd like to do, did you want to say something first?
I just want to thank you so much once again for your time. I know my Sharks are very busy, and we really appreciate you coming here to the prep. And I also want to thank our participants. They have come out of their shells this year, and I'm really excited about what they have come up with, and they've been really working hard, and I just want to know how proud I am of you guys. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, so we have 3 judges here, and I'd like to introduce them first, and then we're going to go forward with the presentations. Mr. Simmons has made it here as well. So our judges, the first person I'd like to introduce is Mr. Alexio Gibson. Now, this young man, we're doing our Shark Tank competition, and for those of you who should know that he is actually someone who participated. He was on Shark Tank. Okay?
Wow.
The real Shark Tank. He owns a business, the Transformation Factory, and it is a business that they produce and distribute sea moss. And in less than 3 years, his company has done over $20 million in business. And so he is a very successful entrepreneur, young entrepreneur. And he was here at the prep last year to speak to the students, and now he's back this year to actually serve as a judge. Okay, he has, like I say, he has a wonderful company with over, 120 employees, and based right here in Palm Beach County, and the largest and the most successful CMOS company in the country. Yes, or with over, what do you tell me, over 400,000 customers? Yes.
Woo!
And the good thing about it is that he's a little under the weather, but he wanted to be here for the students. When I was first introduced to him, first thing someone told me was that his commitment to the students is just unbelievable. So he is here because he wanted to participate in this event. So thank you, sir. Okay. Our next judge is Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown and her husband, they are the owners of Brown Electrical Solutions. And from what I understand, from what Mr. Brown said, the largest black-owned electrical contracting company in the state of Florida. And they are based right here in the city of Riviera Beach. Okay. So thank you for coming. And our last judge is Ms. Brenda Sanders. Ms. Sanders has been a HR executive with AT&T for 25 years. Wow. And she's also the owner of Darling Designs, which is an interior design company as well. So we have 3 very successful entrepreneurs here. So they have scoring sheets the students are going to present. There's certain criteria that we've asked the students to include in their presentation, and the judges are going to score them accordingly. And at the end of the scoring, we'll compile the scores, and then we'll announce our winner, and we actually have cash prizes for those who win. So I think, where's Mrs. Smith at? Okay. So I don't have anything else other than we are ready for the presenters to get started. So we started out, we had some other students involved as well, and they're going to be ready to present next school year. But these 3 groups, they were determined, they worked really, really hard to put their presentations and their businesses together, and so they are ready to go. Did you want to say
Yes,
something,
that was the vision of Mr. Simmons, our principal.
It's really the vision of Mr. White. Mr. White came to me with this vision, but we did put this thing together for Ms. Smith Evans. Ms. Smith Evans is an entrepreneur herself, not just a teacher. She's the owner of a very successful t-shirt business, and that she's going to help bring here to the prep. But I just want to say thank you guys so much. I know we had some issues on the morning announcement this morning, but we got through that, and now we're here for this competition. Guys, you're in for a treat. I know you are. So make sure that, I wanted the students to get a vote. Did we ever get that? No?
No, we'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen? All right. So, listen. Enjoy yourselves. The kids out there watching, if you're here next year, think about the elective for the entrepreneurship. This is a great program, and I want to especially thank Mr. White. I appreciate you, brother, for all that you do for the prep.
Yes.
You do it with just your heart, and I just appreciate that. And thank you, Ms. Smith Evans, for doing your thing and helping these kids to get to where they need to be. All right? And with that being said,
last thing I'm going to say is that working with Mrs. Smith Evans for the students, they know, but to let y'all know that this lady does not play. Okay? And she kept me in line.
Moses Lubin.
My name is Jimmy Chongo.
My name is Benson Gonzo. Our company name is Makimo Arts, and here at Makimo Arts, we turn your imagination into reality via clothing, shoes, and book covers. As for the clothing, we put our customers' imagination onto any part of the clothes.
And as for the shoes, we will allow the customers to choose the selective shoes we have, which will allow them to choose any design they want on it. Then we'll just ship it off to them, ask for a review. So the next time we ship it off, we'll have a better shoe than last one.
At the book cover, we'll put the customer version on the book cover.
For the finance, for our startup capital, we need a minimum of $50,000. The reason being is because we'll need art supplies, accessories, professional advertisement, and then anything else that comes up that we need for copyright and everything else for the website.
Are there any questions you may have about our company?
Can you please repeat the company's name?
Our company name is Malcolm Moore Art.
What are your marketing strategies?
Our marketing strategy is to put our website and business company onto social media. It has Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
So who's your audience? Who do you want to market this to?
Teenagers and older.
And that's for them to buy or the parents to buy?
Done to that.
Okay. What's the price point for your shirts and custom goods?
As of now, I was $15 per shirt, just because we're gonna have to buy the shirt, we supply the shirt, and then we'll just ship it off for shipping here.
So the $15 includes the shirt and the logo?
As well.
When you said the custom shoes, that means shoes you already have or shoes you're gonna put a design on?
We're gonna put a design on.
Okay, so could it be shoes that I have or?
No, shoes that we provide.
Okay. And how many designs are you gonna have for the people to choose from, you think? Start out with?
There's not a certain design, it's like the customer's choosing.
Okay. And how long have you three been working together?
I think it's been 2 months. It's been going by really fast, so it's hard to keep track.
Okay. And can I get y'all name again, the first names, yours?
Jimmy, Jamil?
Jimmy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Moses Lulu.
Moses.
Milton.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys are asking for $50,000, right? That's a lot of money coming from a business point of view. What's your projected sales for this year? Come up with that number.
No, sir.
Come up with that number.
What will you be using the $50,000 for?
Okay, this will be used for heat presses, printers, the paper for the printing, shoes for the shipping, what's it, the book covers, and to get what yeah, professional advertising, and plus copyright for the website. Someone takes our idea.
Have you guys come up with concepts for creatives for your ads?
Not yet, sir. But we're trying to get that.
Is that your logo on your shirt?
Yes, ma'am.
Good design, yeah?
I did.
Okay. So I want to know from all three of you, what part do y'all have in the business? I know it's, it's a company for all three of you, but have you decided on who's gonna have what role?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go with you first.
My role is to manage the website and the shoes.
Okay.
My role is to manage production of the clothing, shoes, and book covers.
Okay.
My role is to manage the book covers.
You're gonna do the book covers?
Yes.
Okay. Who's handling the money?
That's like all of us together so we can decide.
Most important question. There's no coming else. I have one last question. You think this is a good product because why?
We're a young company that will have time to grow as customers give us feedback, so we will get better and better over time.
And we are also a custom design company, so not a lot of people would have the shirts that we provide.
Okay.
So it'll be unique in a sense.
What do you think? You agree with them?
Yeah, I'll do it what you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Jessica Del Rio. My company's name is J Stories and Publishing Company. J Stories and Publishing Company is a company that helps aspiring fantasy and mystery thriller authors write and publish books. As well, my company will also sell books made by myself. My company's slogan is escape reality and show your creativity through fantasy and mystery thriller. People will most likely come to my company if they are seeking help writing fantasy and mystery thriller books with the help of my fill-in-the-blank stories, as well as if they want to buy books that I created myself, which they will be able to access on a website that I will be making and also in my store when I grow my business. I will advertise my company on Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms that I own, as well as when I go to places like malls and parks using flyers. These are some examples of book covers that my company will provide. As well, this is it on one of the shirt. For my startup, I will need about $2,000 because of the fact that I will need to hire someone to design my website, as well as get printing paper, printers, inks, computers, and as well as furniture to keep organized. My marketing analysis is aspiring fantasy and mystery thriller authors as in Florida, as well as people who love reading fantasy and mystery thriller. The price that customers will pay for the books that I write myself will be $15 to $18. For the fill-in-the-blank stories, that would depend on the size. There are 3 sizes. Small is $100, average, which is medium, would be $200, large would be $300. I'm aware that there are other publishing companies, but there are no publishing companies that provide the same product and services as I do. My business is unique because I provide customers with fill-in-the-blank stories, also known as templates, to help them write their books, as well as publish them, and also I will be selling my own books that I create. And when I expand into a store, I will have a cafe with snacks and beverages. My name is Jessica Del Rio, and this is J Stories and Publishing Company.
I got a question. I'm sorry.
We're gonna go before the talk.
I know, I'm sorry, go ahead. You start. This was good, I'm sorry. She was good, I want to give my money right now.
My question is, how would you scale this business?
Scale it?
Yeah, so for example, if you have about 10 customers, but then you go viral on TikTok and now you have 2,000 customers, how would you fulfill all those orders?
I would schedule them in. I would have them schedule a time for us to work together, and then based on how many in a day I would do based on how much time it would take with each customer, because I want to give them each my undivided attention when I'm working with them.
All right, some advice I can give there is probably hiring additional copywriters, you know, once it gets to that point, because one of the things that we experienced after Shark Tank was we sold 100,000 jars in one night, and we make 2,000 jars a day. So we had to ramp up our production, hire more people to meet the demand, otherwise people cancel their orders. You know, so that's one thing you can do as your business scales up, is start to look for other use, and then delegate to your team, and then everyone can still get that personal one-on-one from an expert, and then if they want you specifically, you can have a big premium, like a tier, a high tier.
Thank you for the advice. Yes.
Okay, you said you would create the templates. Are all the templates the same?
No.
Do they follow a formula? Okay, tell me about the
There's
templates.
going to be different types of things. Like if they're going for more of more of a mystery, less of a mystery, more focus in the fantasy department. There's different ideas for each template. Sure, there's gonna be a couple of them that are gonna be the same, but there's gonna be multiple varieties that we can choose from.
And so when I get the template, and that helps me write my story could end up being 20 pages or 200 pages.
Exactly.
Just following the template.
Yes, that's why there's 3 different sizes of each one.
Okay.
He only asked for $2,000 in startup money.
To hire someone to design the company, then the website. Then I would get printers and ink, along with packs of paper, a computer, and also like a shelf and desk.
You're gonna need some more than $2,000.
And
This-
so
But in their
just to
defense,
start it up.
one of the things that I told them was to give a minimum, because I know it's very challenging for them right now, exactly how much money they're gonna use. So you probably give them the same thing minimum, and then, but yes, you probably will need it.
Because you want to pay yourself too. Correct.
That part. Wonderful presentation. Enjoy the confidence in your product. I don't have anything else to add. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my question was, and it's probably like, I think it's a good question. Is there a current community of people that would purchase this? How do you know that this is something that people want? Is there a community right now that you follow that, hey, this is what I wish we had? Is there, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, how do you know people would want this?
Just because a lot of people that I've met, like, I go out a lot, so I know I've seen that a lot of people are interested in this type of stuff, but they don't have anyone to help them with it. So I just wanted to help, so this is what I tried to do.
And I just got a comment for the judges to learn a little bit past about Jessica. Jessica is our first place winner of our African American writing contest. So she is a writer by nature. All right. All right. So Joshua, you're done.
Good morning. My name is Savannah Reed, and I co-partner with Team Connected. And our company is based on a specialized in specialize in the common issue hair loss within millions of people, including toddlers to LGBT. For starters, our customers can able to buy our products via our website. Our pricing will be very affordable because, like for other companies, the price would be like $80. For starters, ours would be like $30 just for starting. The minimum of money to start our business would be $100,000, including the fact that we would need the money for products, natural products, coconuts, olive oil, regular oil, and some other things. Our sources for getting the money would be via fundraising and paid promo, which would be like on Instagram, Facebook, like the Facebook groups, like that. Word of mouth and paid promo will also get us to our target market, which we're trying to reach with toddlers to elderly people, male and female. Our products are also research-based and we are also home-based. We will be on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, etc. The ordering process will be like this. So for starters, the customer will come onto the website where it'll be like a scan like this of a work picture, and we'll get them to the product their needs. So once that is done, the customer will to submit an email. Once that email is finished, then the customer will send a after picture, like 1 or 2 weeks after, and we'll put it on the website. And then here are examples of how that's going to be written, like when the customer starts using the product. And this is for the phase 2, we actually specialize in acne too. And this is our slogan, Dr. O's is the best, finance will take care of the rest. And here's our shirts right here.
Simple.
Michael and Art actually created these. And,
Networking.
questions?
How did you ladies design this product? What was the desire to start
Okay,
this
so
brand?
originally I had a teacher, called Dr. Osborne, and, she used to ask me when I get in class, like, what do you use for your edges? Like, how do I get this to grow? And so that kind of inspired me. And then she had already had a company name, DMB, so I just added it. So we put it together, and now it's called Dr. O's.
And your sales will take place on the website, social media?
Yes.
So that media concept, and it's gonna remain as far as, growth. Are you gonna stay home base? What is your plan?
Okay,
Give me a
so-
2-year layout,
Alright,
3-year layout.
2 years from now to start the business. It actually won't be home based for 2 years, it's just gonna be for now. But my plan is to like, what is it called? Like buy property and just like start making the product there and then just ship them off, I mean, people will ship off the website. And get employees to work with us.
Who's mixing up those jars? You both are gonna make it. I mean, you put the ingredients together yourself.
Yeah, but she'll be like warranted like the same, warranted in here.
Okay, you'll be doing what wrong?
The hair, the skin products.
The skin products, and then you'll be doing the hair span.
Yes.
And then my hair gonna grow back how quick? That's, I want this. How about it?
We gonna say a minimum of like 1 or 2 because like it can help me.
I
need some of that.
And this product will be for all
Yes.
ethnicities, right, male and female, from a baby, you said, all the way up to
Toddler.
from a toddler, okay. From a toddler to
Elderly people,
elderly.
like,
Don't say Mr. Smith. I see you looking my way. You know, she's about to come out of her mouth.
for example, like people 60, 50, I mean like, that's old.
Hey,
That's good to know. And I want to ask a question, somebody else asked, how do you know, I mean, you said, what made you think that this product is well needed? You know, because there are a lot of skincare products, there are a lot of products that say they can promise, I mean, help your hair grow, so.
Because we're the best.
Okay.
I feel like, our products is just gonna work better than any other product, and like I said, like with the prices and stuff, it's gonna make people, it's gonna draw attention to people, because who wanna pay $80 for a product that a company sells for $30? Your hair is just.
Yeah, and it's plant-based, so I really think plant stuff would help with your skin and hair.
And I think they actually like a lot of vegan people too, since they're like into plants and I don't know what they eat, but.
I do have a question. You said that all your products are gonna be natural. With natural comes a premium price normally. So how do you keep your scale at 30 with the items that you have to buy as far as keeping everything in natural plant-based product?
Okay, so.
That's a lot packed in there, I'm sorry.
I know. So, yeah, the price of the customer, for the customer to buy will be 30, but, that's like the $100,000 come in, because we'll need like the little frozen ice things, like, you know, like when you package shit, for it to stay frozen or whatever, so that'll come in. I just don't want to go over with the price for a start.
How do you ladies plan on competing with all the other brands out there that deal with skin and hair as far as your creators? Because you could have a product that's way better than them, but they could have better marketing and still beat you. So like, what are some ideas you have to really show people, so you can go viral, so you can train, so other influencers want to pick you up? What are some ideas of creators you want to use? maybe even influencers you want to work with?
I mean, like, you got skits. You could, like, okay, so, like, what I'm thinking is, like, okay, so we can get in touch with, like, Desi. I don't know if anybody here know him.
Yeah.
Like, he's funny. So, you can just use it. He, like, probably, like, put a little ball cap on, a little oil, boom, he got hair.
Yeah, influencer marketing is good because then what you can do is you can take the video that's in you and run ads on it on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. And so what you can do is something called ad retargeting. So for example, if you Google something on your phone and then you go on Instagram, you start seeing a bunch of companies selling what you were just searching for. That's called ad retargeting. So once you have content, you can put ad retargeting, and everyone that's looking for hair, makeup, skin stuff, they'll start to see your video. And that's how you can gain a lot of traction. So that's another way to do it too.
I noted that one too, thank you.
Yeah, that's a key.
Thank you, ladies. Is that it? You all good?
As soon as you got questions.
I'm just amazed that you can help me out there, because I've been trying for years.
One thing I did want to mention is that when Alexio was on Shark Tank presenting, he actually was one of those people who did get a deal on Shark Tank. Mark Cuban and Kevin Hart actually invested $600,000 in his company. Okay, so yeah, so this is a very successful Shark Tank participant. But anyway, I'm begging for y'all attention. It's one word and everybody just.
It's our universal guideline.
Okay.
You're at the prep.
Take me to my office.
Summer coming, ma'am, my feet on the ground.
All right, so the judges have worked very, very hard, diligently to come up with our winners. And so first I'll let them announce the winners and then we'll announce the
Drum roll, please.
So, first I will say, very, very tough choices to make here. Judges, thank you for your service. Thank you for having us all. First place, Dr. O.B. In a super, super close second place, J Stories Publishing. Third place, I don't want to butcher this one, McCormick? Is do not let your energy stop. You have to keep it going. When people say, oh, don't do that, it won't work, don't ever let anybody squash your dream. Keep reaching, keep going, stay in the lab, you cultivate it, you nurture it, you go back again, and you change it, and you modify it until it fixes what you want it to look like. I'm sure no one in this room or up here stop doing what they're doing. They may slow, but if you sleep on your dream, how am I going to believe in your dream?
That's right.
So you have to wear it, mold it, build it, cultivate it. It's yours. It's not for me to take it. It's for you to believe in it and keep adding value to it. It should be eat, sleep, keep going. Eat, sleep, keep going. And you can do it, but don't sleep on your dream.
Thank you.
I want to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
I was impressed with everyone. And so I understand that there were a lot more participants in your class, and there's a reason that these three teams came forward. So I think you need to be very proud of yourself for doing so. Part of the battle is just getting in front of others and being able to express your ideas with the confidence that you did. And that, if you package that and take that and keep moving, I think all of you will find success. So congratulations. I enjoyed it, all of it.
Alexio, you been
I think all three brands were really impressive and unique. I think as you guys, get tighter with your ideas, always think scalability. How can this become a multi-million-dollar brand? If I had 100,000 customers, how would I do it? Can I do it? You know, one of the things that I appreciate about the hair products is that products, you can make hundreds of thousands of those and ship all over the world. They're shelf stable. So, you know, think about that when you come into service like businesses like writing books or even customizing shoes. It's like, how would you scale that to a 7-figure, 8-figure brand? And I think if you keep that in the back of your mind as your ideas formulate, you'll really pinpoint where you want to invest most of your time. But all great ideas, you guys are on the right track.
Thank you.
All right, so we have prizes for the winners. Now, our prizes have increased because we have an anonymous donor that helped to contribute to this. And so it was supposed to be $150 for the first place winner. But we have a gift card for the first place winner in the amount of $250. That being done, our second place winner, Ms. Jessica. So we can now up her cash prize. So I think it was supposed to be $75, but now we're going to be able to do $150.
She had a lot of souls.
Nice job.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Jessica. Congratulations.
I would have blown that shit. So we now have $75 for our third place winner. So if you all would come on up.
That's an easy break between three.
75.
You okay?
You get 25.
Come on over here.
Right.
So many people.
All right, once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. This has been a tremendous day. To come out over my kids to see me cry because I'm so tough, but my heart is just rejoicing to see that we have helped plant the seed, because the seed was already there. But we have helped plant and cultivate the seed, and we just want you to keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time. All right.